I'm gonna come give you a high five! Follow me. Go. Let's
go.
Okay.
Alright. I can't help but spring my ass
Matt Manning from First to Last doing screams.
Sick. Is that it?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that because I'll be honest with you, I really like working with him.
He's all about the music and making like the vibe there and not trying to make it sound robotic.
This is probably the best producer that 94 as a whole has had.
He's doing things exactly the way that I'd kind of hoped that we would have done.
Well, this is the first time I've ever really worked with anybody, you know? And I had no idea what to expect, but I mean, Lee brought us all home, I think.
No, he's the coolest. He's the second redhead that I've worked with.
I remember that he said something to me and Josh the other day, just kind of looked at me and was like, welcome to how it's supposed to be. Maybe improved a bit as well as everyone else in the band, I think, as songwriters and as musicians has improved dramatically, and I think that's why part of the reason at least why we're able to capture so much more of a live vibe. I want it to be honest, I don't want it to be a bunch of studio magic and trickery. I want it to be the most genuine representation of what it is that we do on stage.
It's been a really great experience. The songs are great. The only bad thing I could say about it is that Alex has spit on me about 7 times. Spits when he talks. So. I really like Mirrors. I really like Green Dream. I don't know. We'll see when all this mixing is over what my favorite is, but I like all of them a lot. MySpace.com/EarthSoundRecording. You can email me at earthsound@yahoo.com. The bus ride.
On this album, I used our friend Matt Manning's Fender Marcus Miller jazz bass. Trace Elliott guitar head to get a dirty tone plus a DI input. So I have 3 tracks going at every time.
With Fender Telly. I used that Les Paul on one track. Or it's guitar, or it's keyboard, or even Alex's vocals. Like we got to pick something different for each one.
To get to play my own kid on this album. Really get some really good sounds out of my SJCs. You know, Brian and Mike take such good care of me. I wound up experimenting with some different size floor toms. You know, Lee brought in his 16 from his pork pie kit that just sounded massive. So we wound up using that, and I got to experiment with a couple different snares on this record as well.
Lee had me running through a Trace Elliott amp, which I never used before. It's kind of an older guitar amp. They stopped making them in the 80s.
Nice!
We also used a Marshall and a Saltec, which are amps that I haven't really used before either. Come in to do a couple tracks and then you leave to go to work, or you're gonna go off and do something else. You know, as a band, we're here every day, hanging out and having a good time, and that's just, I think that's really getting across in all the songs. You can really feel how connected everyone is. And
We got a good, pretty clean tone, like Jimmy wrote Misery Signals type of vibe going on there. Dirty sound, I used an Epiphone Les Paul.
This all kind of started about 6 or 7 months ago when we found out that our old lead singer was gonna have to, move on, and we were left to figure out what we were gonna do as a band.
All these songs are the most honest songs I think we've written as a band.
It's hard to pick a favorite.
I've never been in a writing process like that before, where everyone just got to write their own part and everyone was happy with it.
I can't even pick a least favorite, actually.
That has made me such a better musician. Markham's made me a better musician. Everybody in the band has made me better at what I do.
It was no longer, hey, let's change this part to make it easier to sing to. It's all about, hey, what's best for the song and what's really going to make this song shine, and we could really try anything. There were absolutely no boundaries.
It was really just the first 7 things that I wrote that came out where that's what we stuck with.
I'd just like to say that for anybody who ever shows us interest or gives us a chance, I'd like to thank them. It's like, it sounds super cheesy in the name, but we're pouring our hearts out.
Then you will grow. Yeah, just alone on your own. Then you will grow. Yeah, it's real simple.
Yeah.
Can I just hear it one more time?